Yes, people. Welcome back to another episode of Blocks to Bags, your weekly show on everything tech, creator economy, business, investing. And today we're going in on a special episode with a special guest. We're talking about artificial intelligence and the creator economy with
Toyosi. Hi guys.
Hello, welcome. Toyosi is a very special guest because she featured on our very first episode.
Oh, special.
Look how far we've come now.
We've come a long way, guys. We've come a long way.
And just to give the audience a bit of a refresh, give them an insight into kind of like what you do. By the way, if you haven't seen her episode, go onto our YouTube channel. It's the first video there. But just for the people that are joining us now, give us the quick story.
Okay, so I was working in the corporate world at KPMG, tech consulting, doing all of that good stuff, Canary Wharf. And I just took the leap of faith and left. 2019, December, didn't know a pandemic was going to hit and started an art business, which is still thriving. It just turned 3 this month, which is huge. And now I run the business. I also create original artwork as well as a bunch of prints and canvases, custom pieces, event decor, you name it, I create it. Also just launched a card line, which is now selling in Nigeria, which is super cool. And the artwork is doing well. It's doing well.
I love that. Corporate babe turned artist, and what better person to have this debate with. So let's go straight into it. AI, artificial intelligence, has taken the world by storm.
Wow.
What's your take on this? Yeah, just unload.
Do you know what? I love it. I love it. It's dangerous, but I love it. Because I was talking to someone today and I was thinking, it's the person behind the AI that makes the AI like valuable. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the danger that comes with it, once again, is the person behind the AI, who's manipulating it, what are they putting in. I think the questions come into play with like the legality of artwork. When people are now like, they are creating art with words and they're not using any form of talent. They're not really taking the time to process it. Like someone like myself, who I can spend weeks just thinking before I even start, or I can spend hours just like zoning out and then picking up a paintbrush. Do you know what I mean? And that process is really like, it's intimate, it's personal, and you're not doing that. I mean, those who aren't doing that. So there is questions around like, what is your intent behind the art? Are you just producing for the sake of it? There's so many questions.
What is even art? In the world of AI now, what is even art? If anyone can kind of produce an image using, for example, DALL-E 2 or something like that, as you said, you can just prompt it. I've done it myself. Hey, can you make a image of a cityscape background with blocks and make it into a logo? And it kind of does this. You can use it for business. You can use it for personal. So as an artist yourself, like, what's your take on this? Does AI art count as real art? Is there a differentiation now? Like, what's real and what's not? Or like, what's the way to think about it?
Yeah, it's so interesting. I feel like the law needs to come into play, like, for me to really have the strongest opinion. I will say, as an artist, I don't appreciate the concept of claiming you are an artist when you're not skilled. AI itself is a skill. I mean, learning to use AI in itself is a skill, but there's a creativity that you can never steal. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's when there's a lot of questions around what is real art. And I mean, it's the consumer who, at the end of the day, makes the final decision. Like, and if you're going to scam someone out of some art that you generated with a few words and compare it to a skilled art piece that took an artist hours, days to make, then however you sleep at night. Do you know what I mean? But there's so many questions, and I don't want to start saying that person's an artist and that person's not.
But let's take it from the consumer view. Someone like me, for example, I want to get some nice, like, my house is pretty plain. It's been a point of contention about what artwork we're gonna have in the house. And I'm like, let's not go into any rash decisions because this is gonna stay here for a while. When I was looking at artwork, I was like shocked. Just me being a basic brother, I was shocked by how much art costs. I was like, wow, like original pieces.
Shmoney.
Hundreds to a grand. Like, I'm talking like the pieces that I was looking at were like 800, 1 grand, 1.2K. And I was like, no way. And then I looked at the prints and I was like, okay, the prints are a bit more affordable, but I don't know, like, is £150 quite expensive for a print that's just like being kind of like manufactured. So for someone like me, I don't know, like I feel like with the AI and the AI art, and I feel like it'll make things much more cheaper and more accessible for consumers. Like,
but once again, a Chanel client and a Primark client are two different people. Do you know what I mean? I just drops mic. Like, genuinely, there's a reason why luxury exists. There are people who understand the fact that I'm buying this because I know what this means. I'm investing in this art because I know who made it. This is why when I sell original artwork, people are buying it for that reason. Do you know what I mean? Whereas someone who just who can't afford my original art pieces, but they're like, oh, I still want this TW print. Like, they'll still buy it because they're buying not only into me, but the story, my heart posture, what the art represents. And I guess that, once again, consumer mindset, there are so many different types of personas for that reason. So,
question. What happens when the AI can paint? You plug it into a little robot hand.
Whoa.
It's not happened yet, but everything's all digital right now. And I feel like that's a good way that you can kind of differentiate art. It's like, and it goes in this whole thing of like online versus real life, how both worlds are kind of converging.
Yeah.
But real art, you know, you can feel it. You can kind of touch it. You can see the brush strokes. You can see the different textures and things like that. Whereas with digital art, it's a bit harder. And from what I can see, AI hasn't been able to literally paint in kind of like real life and stuff like that. But what happens when it does? Like, how are you going to differentiate what's real and what's not? And how is it that, how as a consumer are we going to be able to believe someone that's saying, hey, I painted this myself or I did this myself, when it was actually the AI that kind of done it?
This is crazy. I feel like someone needs to create some level of coding on the back end of this AI that enables you to differentiate between artificial art and real life art, because that is the question. Like, someone can blow up a very beautiful painting that they generated through AI and then say that they painted this, took them 2 weeks, but in truth they didn't. But there is a way to uncover that. Like, the pixels and the coding on the back end can show the source of where something started. And I think maybe one day someone should create an app that can distinguish between real and and do you know what I mean? That would be something, and that would make a lot of money for the collectors who really care.
I think it's important. Okay, cool. So another topic around AI and art that we should kind of get into is we've seen there's tools like there's companies like Adobe, Photoshop, recently trying to buy Figma, so on and so forth. They're leaders in the graphic design kind of space. They've brought in a tool called Firefly, which is essentially like the AI extension to Photoshop, where you can kind of tell it to. And the thing is, people were actually getting a bit annoyed with not just Adobe, but a lot of other AI platforms, because what they're doing is they're actually scanning all the pictures already out there on the internet. They're using other people's artwork and other people's IP to form the data for the AI to be powered on. So as an artist, like, how do you feel that maybe, for example, you're designing something in Photoshop or something like that, and Adobe might be able to use that and feed that into its AI algorithm and its AI software, and like other people might be able to like kind of, they're leveraging your kind of IP without really paying you. Like, what's your thoughts on that?
I just feel like
it's crazy.
It's mad. This is why I'm so happy I studied law and business at Warwick University, because I just feel like someone needs to go in on this law. Like, someone really needs to drive this law home.
How do you though?
You just have to set the terms. Like, technology and law need to move at the same pace. I mean, it doesn't, because tech is so fast, but law needs to catch up, because how else are we going to protect? It's like music. Do you know what I mean? It's the same thing, the streaming thing. Like, how did we control that? The Spotify's came through, started controlling it. YouTube, do you know what I mean? So the law needs to pick up the pace, and obviously, like, that's someone's job to do. But I don't really have the answers right now, but I think when things start to get more legal and technology comes in to then assess the quality of the stuff, then people will start getting fines, man. Like, that's the truth.
Big fines.
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting because we're talking about record labels and AI and music, because I feel like the music space is where everyone's kind of seeing the things pop off. So we saw the Kendrick Lamar voice generator the Kanye West voice generator where people are literally they've created like voice generators where it sounds exactly
like Kendrick.
like Kendrick, Kanye.
Yo.
And what they're basically saying is that you can't really copyright a voice or a tone. So it's like a lot of these artists are not really protected from their voices kind of being...
Who said that? I mean, how can you say that? I'm making money from my voice. Of course I should be able... I heard Rihanna even not copyrighted, but something about her legs.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, of course you can, surely. And especially if immediately someone hears that tone, it's you that they're thinking about. Like, no, I don't know who's going along with that, but Kanye West, his voice should really be copyrighted. That's his voice. Like, it's like Beyonce. How are you gonna claim to be Beyonce and sell an album? You can't do that.
You'll be surprised. The words and stuff, yes, but the voice, like, I don't know, what is there to really...
This is crazy.
Some people can have very similar voices as well. Like, what if someone sounds exactly like Beyonce and releases a song? It's like,
oh my God, this is dangerous.
Yeah. So, they were kind of fighting it before the labels, by the way, because what's to stop just millions of people creating their own versions of songs with their own lyrics that they want to hear from Kanye, from Kendrick, from all of your favorite artists. You can have your own song just dedicated to you, made by you with your favorite artist kind of voice. You can even create albums and sell
I say it's cute, but when money gets involved, we need to draw a line. I feel like if it's like a cute little hobby at home, oh my God, I just made my own like Kanye album with Kanye's voice. I love Kanye. Keep it to yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't start selling it because that's not your voice. Do you know what I mean? I think that's where I would just be like, let's calm down.
Okay. So question. Recently, there was a big producer, Timbaland. He's produced some of our favorite songs kind of growing up. He basically has said that he is going to use AI to make music from deceased artists like the Notorious B.I.G. And people are like kind of shocked basically. And he's already made a song. It's unreleased, but he's got a verse. And not only that, but he's actually starting a company that's going to allow people to kind of create music from artists that have kind of passed away or that are not here, using their voice and like samples from their voice. And they're really looking to like monetize that.
That is nuts. I mean, who's approving this? Because they've passed away. Therefore, I don't know what to say on that. Like when someone's passed on.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. I think all I'll say is wow.
I think why not?
I
don't know. Why not?
But who's benefiting from it? The families of the people who like
I think they should create some sort of like a license. I think they will. I think the part of the thing is that they're gonna get some sort of revenue from licensing, and that you can essentially license out the voice as an API. Okay. That's what they're saying. Like you can literally use the voice as an API and create your own thing as long as the original, I guess it's an estate that's going to be owning the rights to the music as long as they kind of get a cut.
That is crazy. I mean, all I'm thinking is I want the people connected to the person who's passed on to benefit, as opposed to someone who came up with this really cool idea and they have nothing to do with them. Do you get what I mean? Like, because then at least their families can be involved, you know?
I think it's another reason why I think it's good, because they can just continuously make money. Even if it's like 100 years later, someone's like, I want to use Michael Jackson's to make this new relevant type of music that will hit with the Gen Z. I don't know what the new generation is going to be called in like 100 years.
But okay, I hear it from that perspective. Like your legacy never dies. That's beautiful.
Would you ever license out your artwork or your style of art? I
mean, one day when I pass on, I definitely want my art to live on way longer than me. So I think maybe I should consider like thinking about that. I haven't really thought about it, but I know I want my art to live forever.
Wicked. Yeah. Cool. So for this next section of AI and art, we're going to quickly run through 10 different AI art generators, and like I'll read out the features and stuff like that, and you can kind of let me know what you kind of think. Okay. And we'll try to get some stuff on the screen as well. But number one is called images.ai. Yeah. Maybe I can actually just show you. It's here. What do you think? It gives us a little. It says describe anything.
I've used something like that before.
You've used it, yeah.
And then it creates the.
Yeah, but then it creates it in like different styles. So you've got portrait style, Art Deco, Baroque. I don't know, Pixar.
Yeah.
It's quite cool. There's like different styles that it can kind of create, and it's very simple to use. Take 10 seconds, and you can create all sorts of things. What do you think of that? Different style. Converting it to different styles or translating your art to different styles.
I think it's cool. I think it's like, if I'm like trying to come up with a concept, say I'm being commissioned for some work, and someone's told me what they're looking for, it would be a nice ideation tool.
I hear that.
So that's what I think of that.
Okay, wicked. Cool. The next one is called Get IMG or Get Image.ai. So Get Image offers a suite of AI tools that sets it apart from most image generators. You can create original images at scale, modify photos, and expand pictures beyond their original borders. That's quite cool.
Yeah.
I've kind of seen that in a few things where it's like, all right, we're sitting in this room or something, but make it into like a bigger room or make it into like a house, or there's a picture of you and it's like next to a tree. Turn it into a photo. Like if we were to zoom out, fill in the background and like turn it into like a wider sort of shot essentially.
That's amazing.
And it kind of fills in the blanks of images. And I think it'll be interesting because in one of the previous episodes we were talking about Apple releasing their Vision Pro headset, VR, AR, and like images aren't just gonna be like just 2D and square. People are gonna be able to turn their heads around and get like 3D. No. That's
the room.
Of the, not just beyond the picture. What happens when your picture is not, when an image is not just limited to like a square screen or a flat screen.
Yeah.
With VR and AR, it's gonna be, you will actually be able to like look at the images and like look around. You can look behind you and that kind of thing.
Yeah. But I think that's cool, like storyboarding, movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That makes sense. My art is also on a virtual exhibition. It's hosted on Orbit, which is like one of these, not AI, but like virtual reality platforms.
Okay.
So yeah.
How does that work? Like,
so they build a virtual reality space, so an exhibition space. So they give consumers the ability to like see my artwork in a virtual space. You don't even have to wear goggles like or anything.
Wow.
You literally just see it. So that brings it to life as well. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Third on the list, we got Night Cafe. It's one of the big names in the world of AI generators. It's known for having more algorithms and options than other generators, but it's also extremely easy for novice users to get the hang of it. Some of the main features are you own your creations. So that's another point of contention in this kind of world. You've created the AI art. Do you own it? Does the platform own it? Who actually owns this?
And another thing is, how can they own something that they didn't like word? So if I'm saying create Seb, young, do you know what I mean, podcaster behind a bunch of art, how can they own that when they didn't come up with the concept of what I just said? Do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
So you don't exist on their platform without your mind creating it. That's why it's like, it's really strange how you define ownership.
Facts.
Yeah, it's weird.
All right. Next one, Shutterstock. It's an already an established company. We all know it. They're even a public company. And essentially, they have brought in a new suite of editing tools, and I think it's using DALL-E 2, basically. So actually, what we'll do is we'll move on to DALL-E 2. This is the one that a lot of people have been using from like OpenAI and stuff like that, and it's essentially
the realistic one.
Yeah, let's check their Instagram out. We'll be able to get. So people have just been going insane with this.
And this is all that DALL-E stuff.
Yeah. Have you used AI to create art yet, or
I've used Adobe Express.
Okay, cool.
For AI art.
So this
is to test it.
Yeah. What do you think of some of these pieces of art?
They're cool. So this is all made with AI.
Yep.
This is nuts. I mean, I'm not gonna lie and say it's not beautiful, but
whoa.
Once again, it's the consumer who makes the final decision.
Yeah, and to be honest, it's all around the prompts. See, this is the thing. This is what people don't get.
Yeah.
you have to have it inside of you. You have to have the imagination.
Oh, I love it.
To be able to translate that and tell the AI. The AI can't give you imagination.
This is it. And that's what I was trying to say. But then...
Can it inspire you?
This is what I was thinking. I was like, I am already like extremely creative. So I know that AI just will expand my horizons.
Mm-hmm.
But the question is the monetization of my imagination.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I just don't have the answer for.
Interesting.
Do you get it?
I get it. So, I want to show you one more AI tool.
Yeah.
And this one is called Runway ML. And this is the one that everyone's been using to create videos.
Oh.
Like full blown
really
videos. And you're putting in prompts and it's literally creating videos for you. I wonder if we've got like a little demo here. Oh, wow.
Mad.
So you could do text to image, image to image, infinite image, video in painting. Let's take a look.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Look at this.
Wait, what's the AI doing?
So there's a video there and the AI is just like rubbing out some stuff from the background.
So it's like you have a clean shot.
Yeah, literally.
Okay, that's genius.
That's just, yeah.
So like, say if I'm drawing on a table and it's messy, it's clearing the table so it looks super clean.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, you can see yourself using that.
Remove objects from video. Yeah, that's really good. See, that is not harmful or stealing someone's craft.
So let's use text. Let's check out the text to image generation.
Yeah, a lot of people are doing that.
Yeah. Here, photo of a tree. We're gonna use it. Is it gonna get us to sign in? Probably will.
There's an artist out right now, and he creates elderly people using AI, African elderly people on a runway, fashion runway. And it's gone viral and he's really cool. His name's, I think, Malik.
Okay.
And why I think that is beautiful is because what he's using AI for, once again, is a good thing. Like, you know, elderly people aren't really necessarily put on stages to look at in fashion and everyone's like, oh my God, look at them kind of thing. So he's like rebranding the concept of being, oh, you already see,
No, I got it up. That looks
runway with, look at, stylish.
They look cool.
Exactly.
I can only hope to look like that.
And he's gone viral. Like the whole like art community and AI world is like gone crazy for him and his stuff.
I like that.
Yeah.
So like a really good use case that kind of warms the heart a little bit.
That's what I like it for. Like that's what AI should be about.
Okay, since we're on this topic of AI and models.
Okay.
What is your thoughts of brands starting to now use models generated by AI? So a quick shout out to one of my boys, Ahmed. He just launched his AI app. It's called Casper.ai, and it's basically a tool that you can create. I'll get it up, but you can essentially create like the perfect model that you want for like your product. Let's just say, for example, you're selling like a cushion or you're selling like some jewelry or something. Models are hard to find. I mean, getting the right model is like hard enough. Like getting them to come on time. You ain't trying to pay them. Like, nah, I don't. But pay creators. But with Casper, you can essentially create like 500 different models. Of all different varying skin tones and shades wearing my jewelry, and it'll do that for you in like a minute.
And they're realistic. Hyper realistic.
I'm gonna show you hyper realistic. So we're gonna do a quick demo, and like, boy, they also went top 5 on Product Hunt as well. So shout out them. Look at that.
Oh, beautiful.
Boom, 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 boom. It's a lot for like products and stuff like that. You can change like the backgrounds. It's actually nuts.
But is she not real?
She is not. But you can be real and you can get it to generate like a different type of person as well.
Oh, so like using you and then kind of like maybe making your hair longer.
But look. You're gonna 25-year-old blonde. Okay, so they basically got a picture of a water bottle. That's your product. And then in the prompt, they said 25-year-old blonde woman smiling in the background. And can you see the woman?
And she's AI generated.
Yeah, literally. And it looks so seamless with the water bottle as well, if you know what I'm kind of saying. With a cereal bowl as well in front. Mad. Oh, wow. Yep. So you got, oh, wow. Oh my gosh. So they've just taken a picture of someone else. The dude looks European and they've just changed him into like an Asian dude.
This is
Wearing the same product. It's wearing the same products.
Yeah, but these look like stock photos of real people.
Yeah.
So it's not AI generated then?
No, it is.
But these are real people.
No, the AI is generating the real people. Yes.
Lies.
No, yo, of course.
I thought they were just stock photos being...
No, AI is literally creating new people.
With the hyper-realistic
It's
mode.
Literally creating new people that we've never ever seen before.
Yeah. My yay is different to you. Nah. I don't know what to say.
I think it's interesting.
It's exciting, but it's worrying at the same time. Have you not heard all these people going online saying, hide AI from your children? Like, this is, it's a dangerous thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I think that's cool. I like that. But people are losing jobs. Jobs are being lost. Models are losing jobs. Marketing people are losing jobs.
Okay, unpopular opinion.
That's what I'm hearing.
No, but
I'm not saying...
No, unpopular opinion from me
Okay.
is this the way that the society was going anyways?
True.
Is this what modern society looks like? Because at some point, we were going to go towards a world with automation. We're not going to forever live... Like, technology has progressed so much. In my opinion, there is going to be a time when we will not have to do any physical labor or work ourselves.
What will we look like?
That's a good question.
But there are billions of people exist on this world and they need jobs. So
how are we going to... AI is making us ask some real hard questions about society, our role, work. This goes deep. Like, don't get it wrong. People ain't going to all lose their jobs right now.
No, of course not.
It might take 20 years, might take 50 years, but OpenAI only released its product to the world in November, December last year. It's just been about 6 months since AI was unleashed into the world. And look how fast things have changed.
It has.
What do you think is going to happen in 5 years?
5 years? I feel like jobs will be gone. I mean, call it 20 years, call it 15, but certain people will lose jobs and maybe their role will then become AI marketing manager.
No, facts.
AI. Do you know what I'm saying? AI, everything AI. And then AI itself is a skill.
No, you're totally
because
right.
Obviously these prompts have to be created by humans. So as human beings, maybe that's the roles but the models, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, you're right.
Runway's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, runway, because physical clothes still need to be worn by human beings. So runway stays.
What about in the metaverse?
Oh my God. So where are human beings going to be?
It's good questions that we're asking. I'm happy because we're actually asking real hard questions and the technology is forcing us to. We've just seen Apple release their Vision Pro headset. We're going towards a VR, AR world where people put on these goggles and you're transported into like this world with like, you can be anywhere and there's like, everything is super HD and it's like massive screens and I don't know.
I really don't.
I like it. I like the chaos. I cannot lie. People are shook. And you know what? What you said is so right. And there's one quote that I want to give to the audience, which I hear a lot from people in this space, is your job is not going to be taken by AI. It's going to be taken by someone that knows how to use the AI.
This is it. And I think welcome that. Because if you become an expert in that field, partner it with AI, you're unstoppable, surely. That's what you need to welcome as opposed to being scared. You're right. This is why I think as an artist, I'm not scared of AI. I just want the legal implications to come through and I want to capitalize on it for myself.
Facts. Facts.
I'm not going to stop.
Facts. I think this is a good place to kind of end it. Okay. We'll definitely be back for some more, but any last thoughts you kind of want to leave the audience with?
TW?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Yeah. So guys, as I said before, I'm an artist myself, creating so many new pieces. You can find my work on www.toyowrites.com, TOYOWRITES.com. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok.
What's the handles?
At Toyowrites on everything, everywhere. You can find us.
Wicked. And that ends a very special episode.
It was good.
Let's go.
We done.